Hello and welcome to Niger Delta Television News. I'm Janet Bobai Renner. On our top stories, Governor Doyediri signs 2025 appropriation bill into law. Commuters make last-minute rush out of Yenagoa to celebrate Christmas with loved ones. Plus, African Magic Partner Multi-Choice for the 11th edition of the African Magic Viewers' Choice Award. Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doyediri has signed the 2025 Bayelsa State Appropriation Bill into law. The signing, which took place in Government House Yenagoa, had Senator Diri declaring that the 2025 budget shall focus on the further development of infrastructure as well as meeting the basic needs of the citizenry. Government House correspondent Georgia Melly was there and now reports.
On the 31st of October, Senator Doyediri presented before the Bayelsa State House of Assembly an appropriation bill estimate of 689.4 billion naira, tagged Budget of Assured Prosperity. A month on, and after due legislative processes had been exhausted, the Bayelsa State House of Assembly, led by Right Honorable Abraham Ngobere, increased the initial figure by 10 billion naira and passed the bill for the governor's assent.
The total budget size of 699 billion 573,167,592 naira is approved by the Bayelsa State House of Assembly for the services of the state government for the 2025 fiscal year. The 2025 budget will transform Bayelsa if fully implemented.
Upon signing the appropriation bill into law, Governor Doyediri reassured Bayelsans that their needs have been highly factored.
In crafting this budget, we have prioritized critical sectors that will foster our economic growth, create jobs, and enhance the quality of life for all our citizens. Government is all about increasing the standard of living of our people. If all our policies and our projects and our programs do not affect the quality and the standard of life of our people, then we have no business in government. And so all of our projects, all of our policies, all of our programs must have an impact, a very positive impact on the people that we are leading. Our focus on infrastructural development, education, healthcare, and agriculture is designed to stimulate sustainable growth and create a legacy of prosperity for the future. For instance, we are doing a road to one of the local government headquarters, which hitherto, since its creation, has no access to it, in Oporoma. And if we complete that 600 and something meters bridge and take that road to Oporoma, it will certainly become a legacy project for generations yet unborn, and several others that are all across our states.
Just before the signing into law of the 2025 appropriation bill, Governor Doyediri had sworn in the chairman and a member of the Bayelsa State Local Government Service Commission, as well as a new special advisor on investment. From the governor's conference room in Government House, Yenagoa, George Ameli reporting for NDTV News.
Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doyediri has admonished Christians and privileged individuals to reach out to those who do not have to enable them celebrate Christmas. Senator Diri gave the admonition during the state's 2024 Christmas Carol of 9 lessons at the DSP Alamisia Banquet Hall in Yenagoa. The governor also urged his appointees to share whatever they got from the government with others, noting that if those privileged at this time learn to be their brother's keeper, the majority of Bayelsans and indeed Nigerians would have food to eat during the Yuletide. Senator Diri said the most important lessons about Christmas should be selfless love and sacrifice shown towards others. The Bayelsa helmsman acknowledged the difficult economic times in the country, but added that the period would soon be over. Christmas is said to be an annual festival commemorating the birth of Jesus and observed on December 25th as a religious and cultural celebration around the world. As Bayelsans gear up to join the rest of Nigerians in observing the day, correspondent Joe Ifidi Oka examine the main purpose of Christmas. The report.
Existing theories suggested that Catholic Church in Rome, Italy, celebrated Christmas around December 25th in the year 336 CE to replace the pagan celebrations. However, the celebrations did not become a major Christian festival until the 9th century. These residents of Yenagoa speak on the meaning and purpose of Christmas.
Every other birthday, but Jesus Christ being the Messiah, his birthday too needs to be celebrated. Hence the celebration.
The significance of celebrating Christmas is to have a reflection about what Jesus Christ did for us.
Is Christmas a spiritual or a social event?
Christ is love. Christ is caring. So whatever thing you are doing should be in line with what Christ stands for.
Some Christians, they just believe that day is for Jesus Christ. So they might not want to fix anything.
If a religious event, how then should Christmas be celebrated to reflect the birth of Christ?
They don't believe that Jesus Christ was born in December. You understand? But some other persons do believe, so hence the celebration.
For Christians, Jesus is the reason for the season. So no matter how you're taking the celebration, always have it in mind that you are celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ.
They advise those who could not have the Christmas of their dreams because of the hardship in the economy.
As far as I'm concerned, you can't bite more than what you can chew. You understand? So you don't need to go the extra mile to do what you're not supposed to do.
Whether you like it or not, if you live along among the people, it will carry you along.
Not everybody go to the village anymore. Looking at the risk involved, the cost of transportation.
All through the years, Christmas celebrations have evolved to incorporate a variety of cultural elements, which included a time to reflect on the past and appraiser which is to come. It marks the end of the year and brings feelings of renewal, as well as a time to deliver a message of hope in despair. In Yenagoa, Joy Ifidi Oka, reporting for NDTV News.
In a quest to catch up with a series of activities that accompanied the festive season, Yenagoa residents whose wish is to spend the Christmas and New Year holidays with loved ones that are in other states were seen rushing to various motor parks in the state for onward movement to their different destination. Correspondent Gift Kalye, who visited the Akeke Motor Park, brings us details of happenings within and around the park. Let's report.
A visit to the popular busy Akeke Motor Park in Yenagoa was met with a number of families and individuals booking and boarding vehicles that would transport them to their various locations for the Yuletide celebration. Speaking with NDTV News crew, Madam Precious Amadi and Mrs. P. Sam explained that Christmas is the time of the year to be with loved ones, and as such, decided to embark on a trip to Port Harcourt to be with their loved ones.
Traveling to Port Harcourt for the festivity, meeting friends, old friends, family members.
I'm going to Port Harcourt to celebrate the Christmas with my family, with my loved ones.
On his part, Mr. Ekimili Silas, who is newly married, hinted that himself and his new wife will be going for their honeymoon in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, while their kids are sent to Port Harcourt for the festive holidays.
Personally, myself and my wife just got married this last Saturday, so we'll be traveling for our honeymoon by tomorrow or next. And we can't leave the children behind. They decided not to go with us for the honeymoon, so they choose to be in Port Harcourt.
The trio, who expressed worry on the cost of transportation, called on the government to speedily address the fuel situation in the country.
It's a festive season, and we know we are all in Nigeria. We know the situation of transportation when it comes to a youth site like this. there's hike in the transport fare, of course, and it's telling on us and Nigerians generally. It would be very helpful if the government would intervene to ensure that the price of the fare comes down.
We will say they need to look into it so that we that are also traveling will still have extra cash to do other things.
Hoping for a change, as in for it to come down.
Meanwhile, some transporters who preferred anonymity decry low patronage within the period, unlike previous years, even as they attributed it to high rates of poverty being experienced in the land in recent times, occasioned by the policies and programs of government at all levels. Gift Kalio, NDTV News.
It was celebration galore as the Bayelsa State chapter of the Nigerian Association of Women Journalists, NAWOJ, in collaboration with Ebiere Foundation, organized an end-of-year get-together Christmas party for female journalists and their children. During the party in Yenagoa, chairperson of NAWOJ Bayelsa, Mrs. Grace Orumeyefa, urged participants to unwind and celebrate the cherished memories of this year 2024, while the Chief Executive Officer and founder of Ebiere Foundation, Mrs. Maria Olodio Suma, presented quality gift items to NAWOJians and the kids present. Correspondent Blessing Agadaga has more.
It was the first time that such a lively Christmas party was held to celebrate children of NAWOJians together with women in journalism. Some prominent male journalists, including former chairman NUJ Bayelsa, Comrade Tario Akono, and Secretary of Council Stanley Ingbi, were present to enjoy the celebratory atmosphere brilliantly organized by the Grace Orumefea-led executive members of NAWOJ Bayelsa and the Ebiere Foundation. In her opening remarks, Mrs. Orumefea said the event was necessary for NAWOJians and their children to celebrate a remarkable end of year 2024 and the essence of the festive season.
That is why NAWOJ this year have decided that we are not just going to celebrate with only NAWOJians, we are going to celebrate with all NAWOJ children. Because Jesus Christ was a child.
The various gameplay sections like egg race, ball race, dancing competition, quiz, and many more for both women and children created an atmosphere filled with cheer and joy as winners got numerous gifts, while every child went home with a special gift and package. Other fun moments that created delightful experience for all included a free market session for all NAWOJians and kids, where Treasurer of NUJ Bayelsa Council, Tekinyo Theophilos, provided quality clothing and shoes for interested participants, exchange of gifts, cutting of the cake, and dance. The Ebiere Foundation also provided items like rice, tinned tomatoes, vegetable oil, seasonings, cereals, pasta, and many more for lucky winners. The party was an avenue to further strengthen the bond among NAWOJians and their children. Blessing Agadaga, NDTV News.
You're watching Niger Delta Television. On our top stories, Governor Diri signs 2025 appropriation bill into law. Commuters make last-minute rush out of Yenagoa to celebrate Christmas with loved ones. Still ahead, African Magic partner multi-choice for the 11th edition of the African Magic Viewers' Choice Award. Details of this and more after the break. Join us again. Welcome to Niger Delta Television News and Current Affairs Department at the NS Ikoli Media Complex here in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State.
One of NDTV's traditional objectives is to disseminate information with renewed vigor. We build teamwork for accountability, efficiency, and accuracy.
Our community reports eyewitness accounts, current affairs discussions are detailed and competitive.
As NDTV reporters, undiluted report is our goal. We gather the news and bring it to you just as it is.
Our cameras are poised to get in the story behind the story in an in-depth news report.
Our new digital equipment are top-notch with clearer visuals and audio. NDTV is repositioned to serve you better.
Join us on the news every day at 7 a.m., 12 p.m., and our major bulletin at 7:30 p.m. on Channel 25 UHF. NDTV, crystallizing the vision.
Glad to have you back. December 26th, the day after Christmas, is observed in some countries, including Nigeria, as Boxing Day. But how many people really know the meaning and significance of the day? NDTV's correspondent went to the streets of Yenagoa to gather views on how they intend to spend the day. The report.
When many first heard the term Boxing Day, what first came to mind was boxing, as in people throwing real punches at each other, as the likes of Muhammad Ali did in a boxing ring.
We just need to box ourselves. We need to box ourselves.
My Boxing Day like this, I want to wear something like all this wrestler there. I dey find ring where I go. I mean, I want lady that they call Melody, and me and she want just show each other how they do boxing. And that by as I then they find ring where I go. Like maybe sport complex. I think I want to wear something like all those Becky Lynch type their things. I go for my boxing.
The ones I know, Boxing Day is 27. So that 27, men and women can go out to enjoy themselves. Beats can come up. That's the one that I know. But I don't know other things again.
While the origin of Boxing Day has various theories, one school of thought states that it originated from the fact that servants were given their presents in boxes on the 26th of December, being the first working day after Christmas. Another popular theory is that it is named after the custom of priests some 800 years ago, opening alms boxes in churches after Christmas. Whether the origin is clear or not, the tradition has come to stay.
It's about packaging gifts for some persons, not necessarily the less privileged, but you can share, just to share things, you know. But I think we should be targeting the less privileged,
Concerning the Boxing Day, it's all about a statement of gifts. You give out gifts, you expect gifts from people. You give gifts to every other person, like your neighbor, your friends, your colleagues in the office, and some of your relatives.
Though it originally started as a day where people gave boxed gifts to their employees or less fortunate, today it is that and more, as it is also a day spent with family and friends.
If Tinubu will allow us, if the economy will allow us, it is just to sit down and sit with friends and knock some bodies.
We spend time with our family and loved ones on that day.
So, as we box our Christmas gifts to distribute to those in need on Boxing Day, let us also remember that they need our help not just on Boxing Day, but every day of the year. I'm Janet Bobairena, NDTV News.
Traders at the Itegwe markets were excited as they went about their businesses displaying their wares. In that interview with NDTV News in Yenagoa, they say despite the economic crisis in the nation, Christmas brings love, joy, and high patronage. Correspondent Mercy Francis Powazi completes the report.
Christians are also joining their counterparts from other parts of the country to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Despite the country's economic problems, the spirit of Christmas has brought optimism for a better future, promotes the spirit of love, hope, and solidarity for Christians. Speaking to some traders in the popular Itegwe market in Yenagoa as they shop for Christmas, the traders expressed happiness that the season has brought high patronage.
I tell God that always so people they come back so I appreciate.
First of all, I thank God for life now. The sales not day like before because money not day this week. It's not day like that last year. But we thank God tomorrow will be better.
The Etegwe market, though operated in a very small space, is still bustling with activities as it offers buyers wide range of seasonal goods such as food, children clothes, yams, tomatoes, meats, among others. The traders comment on the rising price of goods in the markets.
The market is too cost. So even though maybe if you come with 10,000 naira, you cannot buy anything. So it's not like before. So everything is very high. Tomato is very high. Meat very high. Everything is too high.
Well, price enter and they complain say money no dey. The minimum wage e no reach. Wetin dem put for buy side, dem say e no reach.
Even as we celebrate the birth of Jesus, it is advised that residents should be vigilant and stay out of trouble. Mercy Francis Boazi, reporting for NDTV News.
President Bola Tinubu has called on Christians to be mindful of those facing difficulties as they celebrate the Christmas season. The president, who made the call in his 2024 Christmas message to Nigerians, noted that kindness transcends financial status. He explained that those in need are not far from us. They are our neighbors, family members, and the people we encounter daily, whether in places of worship. He called on Nigerians to honor our brave troops who risk their lives to sacrifice and for our nation because they deserve our prayers and steadfast support. The president used the opportunity to condole with victims of stampede that occurred around some parts of the country. And on the entertainment scene, African Magic, in partnership with MultiChoice, has called for entries for the 11th edition of the African Magic Viewers' Choice Award in celebration of exceptional talent, creativity, and innovation within the African film, television, and entertainment industry. For details of these and other entertainment news, let's join Delight Oladele.
African Magic, in partnership with MultiChoice, has called for entries for the 11th edition of Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Awards. Executive Head of Content and Channels West Africa, MultiChoice, Busola Tejumola, confirmed this in a statement. According to her, Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Awards celebrates exceptional talent, creativity, and innovation within the African film, television, and entertainment industry, showcasing the continent's finest storytellers, performance, and production professionals. She also emphasized that entry closes on January 31st, 2025, as she urged filmmakers, producers, production companies, and creators to submit films made for television movies or television series broadcasted or publicly screened from December 1st to December 31st for a chance to be recognized at the African most prestigious award event. The awards have become a beacon of excellence, celebrating the vibrancy and diversity of African storytelling. Controversial rapper Darlington Okoye, popularly known as Speed Darlington, has been granted bail by the Nigerian police force. This was disclosed by his counsel, Stanley Alieke, via Instagram. Darlington, also known as Hakpe, was arrested on November 27 while performing at a show in Owerri, Imo State. His arrest was connected to abuses on Grammy Award winner Damini Ogulu, popularly known as Burna Boy. He had accused Burna Boy of having a moral relationship with embattled United States rapper Shin Diddy Combs, who is facing multiple charges for sexual exploitation and human trafficking. A member of his legal team, Deji Adeyanju, had confirmed that Burna Boy was responsible for Darlington's arrest. Earlier, Adeyanju had demanded that the singer should be arraigned within 48 hours or be released on bail. He wrote, "Our FERB application for Speed Darlington has been granted by the court. He is to be arraigned within 48 hours or released. Issues around injustice may take time, but justice will always prevail." On a final note, the founder of the Salvation Proclaimer Anointed Church, popularly known as Spark Nations, Pastor Toby Adegboyega, has referred to popular musician David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, as a gospel artist. Speaking on the Off the Record podcast, Adegboyega explained that the term gospel simply means good news, and he believes Davido embodies this through his music. The flamboyant pastor made the remark while addressing criticism over his decision to invite secular musicians to perform at his recent birthday party rather than gospel artists. Adegboyega also spoke about his close relationship with Nigerian artist Zlatan, whom he described as his son. Defending his choice of performance, he stated that the aforementioned artists are his friends and were there during thick and thin. He also emphasized that his friends will always take center stage at his events, saying, "My friends will always sing at my events and the next one will be bigger because my friends list is getting bigger." I'm Delight Oladele for NDTV Entertainment News.
And from our ever-busy world of sports, Ghana's Black Maidens won the first WAFU Zone B Under-17 Girls Cup at the Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence in Pram Pram after defeating Nigeria's Flamingos in an exciting final. For details of these and other sports stories, let's join Ayemi Miene.
At the Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence in Pram Pram, Ghana's Black Maidens defeated Nigeria's Flamingos in a thrilling final to win the inaugural WAFU Zone B Under-17 Girls Cup. The game lived up to the hype as both teams showed great intensity right away. By the 10th minute, the game was moving at a faster pace with end-to-end action clearly visible. Ghana took advantage of an early corner to take the lead in the 13th minute, and the home crowd went into raptures when Gertrude Amalfor, a rising star from Kumasi Sports Academy, scored the first goal. 5 minutes later, Ghana scored once more. A gifted Sisamba ladies player, Priscilla Mensah, doubled Ghana's lead to 2-0 by the 18th minute. Nigeria pressed on with determination, refusing to give up despite the score. Although Ghana had a 2-0 lead at the end of the first half, the game was still open. Determined to close the gap, Nigeria came back stronger in the second half. Ghana's defense was breached by Precious Chiemerie Oscar, who scored to cut the deficit to 2-1. As the Flamingos persisted in pressing, Chidera Harmony finished clinically in the 78th minute to give the Flamingos an equalizer. When neither team could decide a winner during regulation time, the game went to penalty shootout. In the end, Ghana won the WAFU Zone B Under-17 Girls Cup by defeating Nigeria 5-4 in penalty shootout. After it was revealed that the Nigerian Football Federation still owes all of the national team coaches and players backlogs of unpaid salaries and winning bonuses totaling billions, Nigeria's hopes of making any significant impact on the 2025 football calendar may be dashed. Even after President Bola Tinubu gave 17 billion naira to the NFF to pay off the debt, players and officials from the Super Eagles, Super Falcons, Flying Eagles, and Golden Eaglets have yet to receive their unpaid bonuses, according to an exclusive report published by The Guardian on Monday. To help the nation's soccer governing body pay the Super Eagles and other sports teams, President Bola Tinubu released 12 billion naira to the NFF in January as part of his renewed hope agenda. The president made the money available to cover the salaries of senior national team coaches for up to 15 months, allowance payments and commitments made to the men's and women's senior and junior national teams. Following Nigeria's silver-winning performance at the AFCON 2023 in Côte d'Ivoire, the Confederation of African Football (CAF) contributed $4 million to the NFF's coffers, and the presidency later released an additional $5 billion to the NFF. The NFF has yet to pay the backlog of unpaid salaries and bonuses owed to the officials and players on the national team, which has many worried that Super Eagles and Super Falcons players will rebel. While NFF executives reportedly received their monthly salaries and FTX tackled for trips, the players have vehemently protested their unpaid bonuses. Ayemi Miene for NDTV Sports.
And to end the news, a quick look at our top stories. Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Diri has signed the 2025 Bayelsa State Appropriation Bill into law. We also brought to you a report that in a quest to catch up with a series of activities that accompany the festive season, Yenagoa residents whose wish is to spend the Christmas and New Year holidays with loved ones that are in other states, we're seen rushing to various motor parks in the state for onward movement to their different destination. And finally, African Magic, in partnership with MultiChoice, has called for entries for the 11th edition of the African Magic Viewers' Choice Award in celebration of exceptional talent creativity and innovation within the Africa film, television and entertainment industry. And that's the bulletin. Thanks for joining us. I'm Janet Bobairena.